Hey everybody, welcome back to the guest house. It's been a while. We're going to do a review on the Parkit 360. We did the video in 2020, right after we got our first Airstream. It's been almost 3 years, and I want to talk to you about what we did and how we improved it. So we bought the Parkit 360 in mid 2020. We had just recently purchased a 2020 23-foot Globetrotter, and our driveway is kind of an L shaped, and I've got a big F-250, and I thought I'm going to need some help backing this thing in. So that's why we bought the Parkit 360. We bought the 10K version. The 5K may have worked, but that was cutting it too close. So we went ahead and went with the 10K. We also went with the version that has the battery. So it has an independent battery. So when you plug in your 7-pin to this, as long as you don't have the button pushed, the brakes are always on this. So it's a big safety issue. That's one of the reasons we went for that. Since then, uh, but by the way, we love this Parkit 360. We use it every single time. If you could see the way our driveway is laid out, you might be able to understand a little bit better. It's kind of at an angle coming in. It goes down a hill and straight, so there's a lot of angles. Driveway's not very wide, so the truck would be out in the grass. This, you have pinpoint accuracy, moving up and down and sideways. So my 3-year review is a total thumbs up, 10 out of 10. Well, let's make that a 9 out of 10, and I'll tell you why. Well, all right, it would be a 10 out of 10, except I screwed up. The very first winter, I put the battery in the garage. I forgot to keep it charged. It was dead. My fault. So, so we bought the battery for nothing. So then I thought, well, am I going to buy another battery? And I thought, well, no. These Airstreams have batteries in them. 12 volt, that was a 12 volt. These are 12 volt. So I came up with a way to attach the Parkit 360 to the Airstream battery system. And then I'm going to show you right now. The power input for the Parkit 360 is I think these are considered a 50 amp Anderson connector, standard fit. That's what the battery plugged into to power the brakes on the Airstream. So I went out to Amazon. I bought some 50 amp Anderson connectors that match this. They're all plug and play. And I bought a small roll, a 10-foot roll of 10 gauge positive negative wire. And I made me about a 10-foot section. And then on the opposite side where the battery is, I kind of did the same thing. I took the other 50 amp connector, I took about a foot of the 10 gauge cable, I spliced it with the connectors, I forgot what the battery connectors are called, and I attached the other end to the battery directly, positive and negative. And I'll show you in a picture somewhere in here, you're going to see that. So once you plug this in, it just snaps right in, plug and play. Now I'm going to simulate because I'm not hooked up to the Airstream, but normally you would have the ball and the hitch already set up. I would take my 7-pin and plug it into here. And once you plug it into here, that's when you've got power to your brakes, and that's where your big safety is. Then I just take the other end, and I'll kind of hang it off something. And I come over here to the other connector for the battery, and I just plug it in, and it's ready to go. Now the Parkit 360 has 13.6 volts. There's a voltage readout. I'm ready to go. The big concern is always make sure the cable's out of the way. But that's it. Now I've got pretty much unlimited power to put this anywhere in the driveway. We've never run out of battery. That would take a long time. So one other thing I wanted to mention, by adding that 50 amp input directly to your battery, now that gives you a direct connect for other things. And I'll give you an example. Last year we bought a macerator. It's got a 12 volt plug, the alligator clips that you would have to stream all the way over to your battery. So I did the same concept with the macerator as I did with the Parkit 360. I got the 50 amp Anderson connectors, I got 10 feet of 10 gauge cable, and now I plug everything directly into this. So it's a nice, quick connect, and it's a safer way to do things.
So, the Parkit is fantastic.
2 thumbs up.
You don't even notice the difference. So, as you know from our previous review of the Parkit, we bought it for a 23-foot Airstream, and when we traded up to the 27, we were wondering whether it was going to be adequate, and it is. He's the guy that drives it. He says, don't even notice the
There's no
difference
difference.
at all.
27-foot,
Yeah,
not a problem.
yeah. So, still love the Parkit. Still love being able to just connect it right to the trailer battery because that makes it so much easier. And I guess that's it for that.
We're going to keep using it.
Yes, we are. If you're looking for trailer dolly, obviously do your own homework. We happen to like the Parkit. We think it works really well, especially for the value. Right? There's some that are a lot more expensive out there. We're just not sure that they're worth the extra expense.
I agree.
Yeah. As you now know, we did trade in our, well, we didn't trade. We sold our 23-foot Airstream and we purchased a 27-foot Airstream. And it took a little while for the 27-foot to
That's a whole other
arrive.
video.
It's a whole other story. But it's finally here now. And so, of course, we have a lot of things that we need to do to it to make it ours. And we're going to have a lot more videos about the modifications that we make to that, cooking videos, because I love cooking in the Airstream, and some
Tow vehicle tech talks. Those are always fun.
Everyone loves those. So they're great. Guys love them too. So anyway, wrapping it up. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, how about subscribing? And hit the bell. When you hit the bell, you get a notification that we put out a new video and you get to watch it right away. And that would be awesome.
It'd make me happy.
It would make you happy. It'd make me happy too. And as always,
thanks for being our guest, everyone.
yeah, thanks.
See ya.